This has nothing to do with Ryan Mason at all. This is a group of players who really lack courage and they basically bottled it in the final, really. Forget losing. No one expected them to win, really, at Man City, but how they went about it. And a lot of people talking about if Jose was in charge. Yes, I thought it was a strange decision. But this on the players, and in this job I do, a lot of people and other pundits say, typical Spurs, Spursy, the weak. And I fight against that. And the reason being is because I think it's lazy punditry. I do. Because in the job I've been doing, I've seen some brilliant Spurs teams. Not won the league, not won the Champions League. But if I'm being totally honest, I never really expect them to, really. But I think what I saw under Pochettino for 3 or 4 years was outstanding. What I saw under Harry Redknapp for 2 or 3 years was outstanding as well. But when Spurs fans get upset, the reason people speak about them in them terms is because of games like this. The last 4 cup finals, they haven't scored a goal. And this basically performance is why they get stuck with this tag. And I can't argue for them. And Spurs fans can't argue for them on the back of this performance. And it is on the players, nothing to do with the manager. I want to look at Spurs, and you mentioned then about their XG, and they're never looking like scoring a goal in the game. This is Mourinho. Ryan Mason was supposed to do something different. Let's talk about them with the ball. Now, from goal kicks. Now, the first 2 goal kicks of the game went long, and then they went short. So in my idea, that's a plan from the manager. We're not going to be predictable. We're going to try and do different things. So this is the 3rd goal kick. And then when I talk about lack of courage, only 5 or 6 minutes into the game. So they've gone long twice. They're out. Done. Kevin De Bruyne steps in. Harry Winks turns. He's on the ball. Drive forward. That is showing courage.
Well, is that courage or confidence? Because for 17 months they've been asked to play a certain way. Harry Winks has played one of the last 15 Premier League games.
Dave, we're talking about basics in football, showing, making angles, having a bit of character, a bit of backbone. I don't care if he'd ran it and lost it. Show something, show a bit of courage, as I've just mentioned. Can he drive? Can he maybe entice, as he's in that position? Maybe Fernandinho. And then you're in a stage where maybe you're popping it off to someone. You're popping it off between the lines. Someone in here, someone in here. That's courage now. He goes back. Nice and easy option. The ball then comes across. So it comes to Alderweireld. Now, more often than not, you think that ball's coming here. OK, he can make his choices. Does Aurier look like he wants the ball at all? He's not even looking at the man who's received the ball. Højbjerg's behind the man. It's easy to stand behind men and pretend that you want the ball. And let's not forget, the midfield the manager picked was to play through Manchester City. That's why Lo Celso played. That's why Winks played. So Alderweireld now, big switch across. And again, they're out. Harry Winks is there now. Can he play forward? Yes, he's getting closed down. Could he pop a ball in there? Could he pop a ball into the front men's feet? He's facing there, but what's the problem? Again, easy option. Goes back to Eric Dyer. Now, I felt sorry for the 2 centre-backs. He's actually pointing. Again, 2 midfield players. Did he really want the ball? They're not kidding me. They're not fooling me. Alderweireld, nothing on, goes long. I heard some people say, and the lads, I must say, in the studio after the game, felt that Spurs played too much around the back. It was Jamie, Mike and Michael Dawson. Could have gone a bit more direct. Every time they went direct, they lost the challenge. They lost it. Diaz there against Harry Kane. So they're trying to play out. No courage to actually get on the ball. OK, let's go long. No other option for the centre-backs. What's happened? They lose it again. The second plan that people maybe looked at, so that's them talking, them being on the ball. How about defensively? So what we spoke about was the 4-3-3. Now, that again tells me there was a plan. How narrow they were was obviously a plan. If we're going to win this game, we have to counter-attack Man City. 2 players with pace who can play narrow and support Harry Kane. He could have brought them further back and played back 6s, as something Jose Mourinho may have done. Who knows, it would have worked. But there was a plan. And when you play against Manchester City, You can't afford the ball to go through the middle. The stats tell us that if you force City wide and make them cross, they're the games that they actually lose. So again, there was a plan, there was a thought to it from the manager. So what happens is Højbjerg has to get out on this side, and Lo Celso's got to do extra work to get out that side. Okay, but again, there's a plan, there's some thought to it. He does it well on that first occasion. It comes to him again now. That's against the fullbacks. Good skill, it's not good enough. This man. Raheem Sterling's on his weak foot. Crossing. To a City, a team who don't have a centre forward, let's not forget. Aurier, who's maybe one of the biggest liabilities in Premier League football, and who was a player who would possibly put you off management. The amount of crazy decisions he makes, and we know what happened for the goal. Ends up running off the pitch and allowing Sterling the worst thing you can do on that right foot. Almost get the goal. So again, we now go long. We don't go short, so again we're mixing it up. One challenge lost, Spurs win a challenge, finally. Another challenge lost. Another challenge lost. Again, Spursy, weak in big moments. Don't want the ball, so they go long. When it goes long, they lose a challenge. So what can the manager do? How can this team play? So they don't want the ball to the feet, and they don't win challenges. I mentioned the fullback before. This guy, I mean, he was awful. Shocking in the game. He actually thinks he's getting tight to Mahrez. No. His mate's coming back and help him. Here's another one. Again, standing off him. Again, no fight, no courage. And this one, again, that maybe led to a chance playing from the back. That has to go into Harry Winks. That's what you're in the team for. Demand the ball. Your centre-back is right-footed. He now gets forced down the line. Poor pass. And again, they get out of jail. This is the one that Alderweireld unfortunately saves. And that first half performance, I've never felt a team was so lucky in my life to get in at 0-0 at half-time. So forget Ryan Mason. There was a plan there to play from the back, mix it up. There was a plan in terms of stopping City when they had the ball, not letting them go through the centre. But in terms of going long and not having no courage, percentage of passes long, this is the Premier League. Man City at the top, we expect that. Tottenham are 7th in the Premier League, where you expect them. Look at the teams, 17th, 18th, 19th and 20th in the Premier League for passes long. Sheffield United, Newcastle, West Brom, Burnley. Look where Tottenham were on Sunday. They played like one of the teams who are fighting relegation. That's what should embarrass them.